These are the minutes I sent out last week, and where do I want to start? So today is our 84th meeting, and last week was our 83rd. And so last week we were talking a lot. I was surprised we took that much time. It was really interesting to talk about the service tunnel inbound processing. So we did that, and I actually created a couple of PRs off of that here and here to make changes to part of the GitHub documentation. So yeah, and so we need to follow up about what's the trigger for the flow, all that kind of thing. And then, of course, Camille's work. Then the more detailed notes were here. And I noticed a ping, Camille had a ping on 4:15 today, so I guess we could talk about that. And then we had a wrap up on 387, so that's what we did there. And I guess we can get started for today. So Camille, did you want to talk about 4:15? I noticed you sent a ping this morning.
Yeah, just let me get that.
I can get it. I sort of remember. I can grab it if you need. Was it an issue or yeah?
Oh yeah, so we still are waiting, I think, for Marianne to.
Oh, that's right. Give hints on how to solve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's not on the call right now, so I'll try and follow up with him as well. I know he's on Teams sometimes, so I can ping him during the day.
Okay.
Okay. Right. And let me go. Okay. So back to, I've been keeping the items inside of the kind of the project view. This is the kind of the beta project view that GitHub gives you. So I'm working on this one. We just hadn't, so we still, this is the one. And so this one here, I hope I'm doing this correctly, but I went ahead and just created these URLs here to identify these that either I need to work on or I'll work with the SONiC team to do the clarification here. So do I have anyone from the SONiC team on? Not quite yet. Okay, so I did that. And then anyone else want to talk about one of these? I noticed a note from Usha about this one, I believe. Usha, here we go. So the issues mentioned here are fixed and merged in the P4C main branch. So can you guys give me a refresher or refresh everybody else?
Sure. There were a couple of issues with the open source P4 compiler DPDK backend that you could compile the old dash code from March, but not load it into the software switch. It would give errors. Usha has fixed 2 of those recently, the ones that I called blockers. So as of today, if you build the latest P4 CDPK, you can now compile and load in the March 30th version of the dash P4 code successfully.
Ooh, that's exciting.
But not the September 13th version.
Okay.
Which I'm going to file another bug for.
Oh, okay. Cool. So anyone on the call? Go ahead. What, Chris?
Saying that's good progress.
Oh, yeah.
That's great progress. Thank you. Yeah. And so what that means is possibly some of the tests that haven't been able to run in BMV2 might be able to run now?
So this has no effect on the BMV2.
Okay. All right.
The BMV2 and DPDK are just 2 different P4 programmable software switches, completely different implementations, no shared code.
No, Andy, I think she meant something different by her question.
Oh, sorry.
There are test cases right now which are disabled for BMV2. They're in the repository, but they've only been run on, let's say, actual hardware DPUs because the BMV2 can't support them. So the hope is that we can actually run those tests on this model someday.
Yep. And that day is not today, but
Sure.
that day is probably closer. Yep.
Thank you. That's exciting. Thank you. That's been a big one. Awesome. And Camille's working on 395 still. Okay. So are there any other PRs or issues you guys wanted to bring up this week? I'll just pull them up here for us to look at. Oh, these are mine. Okay.
I'm reviewing 438 right now.
438.
Just got it. Yeah, Camille just gave us another omnibus PR.
Oh, okay.
He's a coding machine. He's a coding animal.
Wow.
That's meant as a compliment.
Okay.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. Is this one also, and this one's also new by Camille?
Yeah.
What's going on with this one?
There might be someone else on the call besides Marian who can answer this. I couldn't give it a good answer. But the implementation has, like, there's some macros in the code that generate multiple tables. What looks like one logical table for psi, I believe. I think that's the question.
Okay. So I've been talking to Paul also at NVIDIA, and he thought he might be able to find me like a second P4 resource possibly. So maybe we'll have some extra help in the next couple of weeks too. So I'll show him these kind of issues where we're looking for a little bit more explanation and see if he can find us somebody, Paul Cummins. So I'll do the best I can, Camille. Okay, great. I guess it's open then for Q&A for this week. Did you guys have anything specific you wanted to talk about? So we've got Sod. We're just going to talk about something when he's finished. Sunil, Vijay, that's it. And Intel team. Okay. All right. Well, if we don't have much else, I can give time back this week if you like. I kind of need verbal feedback. Is that a yes from everybody?
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I'm expressing, I think there's a lot of work in progress going on.
Yeah, I think so. How about the rest of you guys? I'll do the Andy 7-second rule.
Andy had a funny talk about that yesterday, actually, in another P4.
Oh yeah? What'd you say?
I just that how hard it is to wait through 7 seconds.
It is. Okay,
Well,
I'll go ahead
maybe
and
I said something else